Good afternoon, everyone. It's Widowed Mom Raising Two Sons back with another video. I know I look pretty rough today. I'm home with COVID. I I didn't feel good last weekend, and I thought I was just getting my normal yearly sinus infection, bronchitis, and I started taking Mucinex and excuse me. And on Monday, I woke up and I still didn't feel good, and I still had a lot of chest congestion and a headache. So I'm like, I'm gonna go to work, but I'm gonna call the doctor. So I got in to see the doctor at like 9 a.m. and they were like, we're gonna test you for COVID and we're gonna test you for the influenza. So I was like, okay. I didn't think anything of it because I wasn't really feeling that bad. So they tested me, and the COVID test came back just like that. And so I was shocked because I was not expecting it to be COVID. So she said, we're going to put you off work for 5 days. She prescribed me, it's called Paxlovid. So I've been taking that since Monday. You take 3 pills in the morning and you take 3 pills at night. And Monday got pretty rough. By Monday afternoon, I was running a high fever. I was taking Tylenol, trying to control the fever. And Monday was my worst day. I mean, it seemed like I started to decline just really quickly, with getting feverish and chills and all of that. So, and I hadn't slept. Sunday was pretty rough. I only slept about an hour and a half. So, Monday night, thank goodness I was able to finally get some sleep. But today's Wednesday, and I'm feeling lots better. I'm still congested. My voice sounds a lot better, though, because I had so much congestion. And so I am feeling somewhat better. I'm hoping, that this Paxlovid really does the trick and I don't have to go back. I can test on Friday to see if I'm negative, so I can return to work on Monday. So I'm all ready to test on Friday. So that's just a little update on me. Like I said, my hair is just kind of a hot mess, but oh well. But I've been doing a lot of thinking today. I wasn't gonna make a video like this. This isn't usually the kind of videos I do, but there is a person that I have followed on YouTube for the last couple months that has touched my heart, and soul. And this young woman's name was Jenny Appleford. She goes by Jenny Apple on YouTube. She was diagnosed with lung cancer. And like I said, I just started following her the last couple months, her and her husband, Kyle. And like I said, she's been battling lung cancer for many years, non-smoker. But I've been following her journey the last couple months. And Kyle, her husband, came on today and made a video and announced that she had passed. Tore my heart apart. They are a young couple. He said a lot of things that I feel for him. I can relate. I had all of those same feelings on December 5th, 2012. And Like I said, this isn't usually a video I would make, but if any of you had followed Jenny and Kyle like I have, this, you were just praying for a cure that she was gonna beat this. And her husband mentioned in his video today that she did finally beat this disease. And this is tough. I know a lot of people are out there suffering from cancer. You're losing your loved ones. It is very hard. Jenny and her husband Kyle, very young couple, 2 children, 2 small children. And I guess that's kind of what drew me to them, was their children are so young. And I remember Tyler and Trenton. Trenton was 6, Tyler was 9. Trenton was 2 years old when Christian started having his medical issues. And so Kyle talked about how he just didn't know how to feel, or how the house felt so empty. You know, what are you gonna do? How are you going to move on? How are you going to grieve? How you hate cancer. And I could so relate to his video today. Of course, I've kind of related to their story. You know, my husband had brain cancer. He defeated brain cancer once, but then it came back many, many years later. We were fortunate enough, you know, he beat it, and, you know, we have 2 beautiful children. And I just want to say to all of you out there, and to Kyle, if you happen to come across this, please know we're praying for you and your family and your babies. Everything you're feeling right now is totally fine. I remember everything you're feeling so well. And he even said today that his children went to school. The son lasted all day, and the daughter lasted most of the day. That's understandable. Kids do grieve differently. With Trenton, it didn't hit him until like a year, little over, not even a year, and it hit him. It just hit him. And you know, it's so hard when your child is grieving, because I took on a whole nother, I guess it made me feel hopeless, because I should have known that he was grieving, and, you know, tried to help him. He struggled for many, many years, and, you know, therapy really helped. And Tyler still Tyler remained strong, but grieving for children is so much harder. It was for me because I didn't know how to, you know, help them and explain to them, um, yes, we're going to move forward. That's what your dad would want. And Kyle mentioned something else, that Jenny is everywhere. And yes, Kyle, Jenny is everywhere. Her soul will always be with you. As many of you know, I got remarried this year. And Adam totally understands that we still grieve for Chris. December is coming up. December 5th is when Christian became an angel. And his soul is still with us. He's with our boys. My boys have grown up to fine young men. Fine young men. Could not be prouder of the men they have become. Yes, it was hard, but they have done it. We have done it together. And this is just a video I wanted to make. I'm not going to apologize for how I feel or what I'm saying. This was a family I watched on YouTube and just fell in love with Jenny's determination to fight cancer. She was determined. She was so determined. And on days, I don't know how she stayed so determined, so happy for her. I mean, I don't know how she did it because it is so hard to see someone fighting for their life from a disease that takes so many loved ones away from us. Just know you're not alone. I always thought I was alone. How was I going to cope? How was I going to move forward? How was I going to be a single mom? How was I going to raise these two young boys into fine young men? At that point in time, it was all women in our family. Because my boys, the two men we had, family members we had in our lives, were not good role models at that point in time. Excuse me. And so it's just like, okay, how are we going to do this? And by the grace of God, we got through it somehow. And these boys grew up to be such fine young men. So, Kyle, your children will, you will do it somehow, some way. I lived my life. I say this many, many times when people ask me how I did it. I lived life second by second, one foot in front of the other. There were days I didn't want to get out of bed. I didn't want to face the world. I didn't want to face my children. But I did it. You have to surround yourself with people that will love you and be there for you. I know the first couple weeks were all a blur. They're in the stages of planning her funeral. I remember doing that. I remember the day of the viewing, walking in, seeing Christian in the casket. And realizing how pain-free he was totally pain-free. My boys wrote letters, drew pictures, put them in the casket. And then the day of the funeral, little Trenton stood at the casket like this. Broke my heart. We had family members go up and talk to him and be with him. Tyler, even, we had so many people that it even got overwhelming for my little Tyler. You know, you have so many people there, and you have, you know, they're bringing you food and well wishes, and it's hard when that's all over. And then people kind of, you know, they don't know, you know, the words to say. I think I felt even lonelier. Because people, they don't know how to approach or what to say or what to do. But, yeah, I'm just, Jenny and Kyle's story just touched me. So I wanted to make this video. If you guys are out there going through this, my prayers are with you. Please know you're not alone. Other people have been down this journey. It's okay to feel the way you feel. The grieving process is a journey, and there will be days that you don't want to get up or talk to anyone, and that's okay. Just take life second by second. And Kyle even touched on something this morning when he made his announcement. Something that Trenton noticed. We were walking Christian's mom out to her van that night, and there was the bright star in the sky, and it caught Trenton's eye. And Trenton said, "There's Daddy. That's Daddy's star." Still to this day, my kids remember that. And they say, "That's Daddy." And Kyle talked about signs, wanting signs from Jenny. Kyle, you will get signs, and they will be wonderful signs. And I've had many wonderful signs from Christian. I even had one that evening. Um, so, grief is a journey. Uh, we had hospice. Kyle had hospice. Hospice did many wonderful things for us and my community. They offered therapy, and it was wonderful. I even had a minister tell me to do a journal, as if I was writing Chris a letter. I know this is very raw, but this family touched me. Broke my heart to see them going through what they are going through. So, my boys, like I said, were 6 and 9. They're 20 and 17 now, and they have grown into fine young men. Fine young men. And Kyle, your son and daughter, will grow into be fine adults. And my boys surprise me each and every day with how much love they have. Yes. And like I said, yes. And I will touch on this. I did focus on raising my boys. And then when I was ready, I believe God brought me the amazing man that I married this past May. My boys adore him. They look up to him. And I can't say enough. But please, if you followed Jenny and Kyle like I did, and you had not seen Kyle's announcement yet this morning, please keep them in your prayers. Like I said, this isn't usually a video I would make, but they touched my heart and soul. So in love, so in love, so in love. So, Kyle, please know you're not alone. Please let your children know they are not alone. And we are praying for you in the days to come that are going to be so difficult. The months are going to be difficult. And the years. And you will always have that love for Jenny, no matter what. And Jenny was so selfless because she had told Kyle, it's okay for you to fall in love again. Jenny, you were so selfless. And you fought so hard. So hard. And you just touched my heart. Touched my heart. So I will go ahead and end this video. Prayers for you, Kyle, and family. God bless you. And I will be keeping you close in my prayers. And hopefully you will continue your journey on YouTube. Keep us up to date when you can, when you feel like you can. But just know we're praying for you. We're praying for you and your family and your children. God bless you. Thank you for sharing Jenny with us. And just God bless. Thank you all for watching. Like I said, this is raw. Um, you know, it just, yes. Thank you. Thank you. And you all have a blessed day. Thank you again. Bye-bye.